What if I can do all things through Christ does not mean you can achieve any dream you want? What if the verse is actually about something much deeper, the strength to remain faithful in every circumstance? Most people quote this verse before a game, a goal, a business plan, or a challenge. And yes, Christ gives strength. But in context, Paul is not talking about winning at everything. He is talking about contentment, suffering, and learning to trust Christ whether life is full or empty. Before we start, click the first link in the description for your free Ultimate Study Guide PDF, Messianic Prophecies from Every Book of the Old Testament. Number 1. Paul is writing from weakness. This verse comes from Philippians 4, and Paul is not writing from a throne. He is writing as a prisoner. He is not saying, Christ gives me strength to get everything I want. He's saying, Christ gives me strength even when I do not have everything I want. That changes the meaning. Paul says he knows how to be brought low, and he knows how to abound. He knows how to face hunger, and he knows how to have plenty. So the all things are not random achievements. They are all circumstances, low or high, hungry or full, plenty or need. That is the first secret. This verse is not mainly about accomplishing your plans. It is about enduring God's plan with faith. Number 2, the real miracle is contentment. Paul says he has learned the secret of being content. That word learned matters. Contentment did not come naturally. It was formed in him through trials, through loss, through dependence, through seeing Christ remain enough in every season. Most people think the miracle is getting out of need, but Paul says the miracle is being strengthened inside the need. Anyone can say God is good when everything is easy, but Paul is saying, I have learned that Christ is enough when I have plenty, and Christ is enough when I have almost nothing. That is the deeper revelation. The strength of Christ does not always remove the hardship. Sometimes it makes you faithful inside it. Number 3, Christ gives strength, not self-sufficiency. This verse is not about believing in yourself harder. It is not positive thinking with Jesus added on top. Paul is not saying, I am powerful enough. He is saying, Christ strengthens me. That means the source is not Paul's personality, not his discipline, not his optimism, not his circumstances. Christ is the source. And that strength does not make Paul independent, it makes him dependent in the right direction. The world says strength means needing nothing, but Paul says strength means needing Christ and finding him faithful. That is why this verse is so powerful. It does not promise that every door will open. It does not promise that every dream will happen. It does not promise that Christians will never suffer lack. It promises something stronger. Christ can sustain you in whatever he calls you to face. He can strengthen you in abundance so wealth does not own you. He can strengthen you in need so fear does not rule you. He can strengthen you in success so pride does not consume you. He can strengthen you in suffering so despair does not have the final word. And from a Christian perspective, this makes perfect sense at the cross. Jesus does not show power by avoiding suffering. He shows power by being faithful through suffering. He trusts the Father. He endures the cross. He rises in victory. So Christian strength is not fake confidence. It is resurrection-shaped endurance. It is the ability to say, even here, Christ is enough. Even now, Christ is faithful. Even if the season is not what I wanted, I am not abandoned. So the question is not only, can I do all things through Christ? The deeper question is, can I trust Christ in all things? Because Paul's secret was not that he could control every outcome. His secret was that Christ could strengthen him in every circumstance.